Hey guys, it's Brian with Be Little Fishing here. Got Wiley out with me.
Hello.
We're gonna do a little father-son fishing challenge similar to what I did with John Austin the other day. We're gonna come out here. We're gonna fish for 30 minutes. We're gonna fish two baits only. We're gonna use Strike King mini spinner baits, or we can switch to the Googan baits, Kraken Craw and Okeechobee Craw. Those are the only two things we can fish the entire time. It's going to be a time challenge. We've got something new for you today. If you notice, the camera's moving back and forth, and that's because we've got John Austin, the cameraman, here to film the whole thing for you so you don't miss a minute of the fish catching action. So stay tuned. We're going to bring you along. Time starts now. Right then. All right, guys, we're out here at the 1v1 fishing challenge with Wiley and myself. John Austin's shooting. We didn't talk about this. I've got my cell phone with me, so I've got an extra camera so I can talk a little smack while we're out here fishing. So we just started. We're gonna get it going and see if we can't hook a few.
Wiley, I know you're gonna think this moss is a great place, but I wouldn't.
Bunch of that moss is like it's settled and it's built up down there. I don't know if you can see it out beyond the moss line, but
Now, Wiley, would you like to explain why you are refusing to switch spots?
We think that there could be some fish here, because normally this is where I catch a bluegill, and you told me that if there's bluegill, it's most likely predators as well. What is wrong with them? It's like basically all the way underwater.
Weak sauce fountain. I'm going to tell you right now, despite my other advice, I strongly suggest moving as you are now. Another piece of advice, you may want to reel it a little slower. Just give those bass time to bite.
Can't really reel it slower, because moss. I already got some. You know, it's really fast.
I don't know if you guys can see, but over there is my dad. Hey, Dad. He won't know I said hi until he's editing this video. He's probably laughing right now. Or face palming. Wiley, what is your strategy to try and beat your father?
Catch fish.
Well said.
I'm trying to move this fucking game having so much moss.
Now, everybody, I'm going to take you over to see my dad and his story along the fishing journey against his littlest son. Also known as my little brother. Okay guys, we're over here with B Little Fishing himself, also to me and my brother known as Dad. Dad, how are you doing over here?
Dad's riding the struggle bus right now. I'm probably their best passenger. It's tough right now. It's cold, the water temps are dropping a little bit, air temperature is dropping a little bit. A bunch of this, the moss and the scum that was on top of the water has sank down. So there's a bunch of junk right under the surface. Makes it real easy to get your spinnerbait or any lure caught up in. As it turns to fall, you've got to really do something to get those fish's attention to make them want to jump out and grab a bait. Really trying to get their attention. Had a couple of bites on the little mini spinnerbait so far, and gonna keep throwing it around and see if we can't hook something. I would take a crappie or a bluegill right now, although we're out here looking for bass, so we'll see what happens. You guys will get to see it too.
Hello. Just found these on the ground.
Oh, a little multi-tool.
Cool. Well, that's mine now. Anyone watching this video, if these are yours, just comment down below, something like that, and we'll try and get them back. Now, Dad, we can see bright flashes of color in the frames. What color bait are you fishing?
There you go.
Oh,
Got him.
fish on. Is that a bluegill?
Now I gotta get him up here. Oh, it is.
Oh, dang, that's a huge bluegill. We got one.
Oh, I barely had him hooked.
Bluegill. Big one.
Wait, he's not huge. He took a swipe at it. All right,
That's what I said could happen.
there we go. Dad's on the board.
Wait, we gotta give him good.
There we go. Dad's on the board with the little finesse spinnerbait.
That's a good fish right there. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for playing.
Come back another time.
All right, now go check your brother out. Give him some
Okay.
words of encouragement.
Okay, guys, so I just came over to check on my brother, and Dad just nailed another one. Currently, it's 2-0.
All right, guys, back here just a few minutes after that sunfish catch, back on the board with this guy right here on the finesse spinnerbait. He came out of nowhere and just hammered the spinnerbait, bent the rod tip over, and fought it all the way in. But great fish. We're gonna get him back in the water now.
A number ratio you guys may be familiar with from the last video, where I whooped my dad 2-0. Can Wiley make a comeback? Did you just miss fish? Here, Wiley. Let me take you to the spot.
Yeah, fish in there.
Follow me. No, not that spot. Follow me.
What then?
It's a better spot. Let you fish this cove without all the mossy stuff. Follow me. Now, guys, I'm taking Wiley to a spot that I myself have often used and nailed some fish. Fishing right off this point right here. Small point, but literally right here is a nice break in the moss where you can bring in your bait all the way through that cove if you so desire. Okay, Wiley, catch one. Last year, Dad nailed a couple of 2-pounders here. There's definitely fish here that'll nail it.
Notice how you said a couple.
Oh, nice. Right on the edge of that moss. Are you purposefully shaking your rod so much? Like, are you wiggling it? How many? I think 8. So guys, in case you didn't just hear my dad yelling over, we have 8 minutes left for that one right there to nail 3 fish to win, 2 fish to tie. No pressure, Wiley. Whew, look at that action. Nail him.
All right, guys, we have about 3 minutes left in the challenge, so we're going to take a few more casts and really make it count. See if we can't pull another fish in.
Cast out in open water. Oh! I felt the skirt of the bait on my hand. Pushing the cameraman out. That hurt my feelings. Did you just throw your hat off? Pull in your line. And Dad, how many fish did you catch?
Caught 2 fish, 1 sunfish, and 1 bass.
How
Got
big was the
hold
bass?
on. There we go. The bass, he's about that big. He was 8 inches. He was, I don't know, maybe 1/3 of a pound. Not very big at all.
Now, Wiley.
Continue fishing
What's that?
after this?
What's that?
We're gonna continue fishing.
If you want to. You want to try to catch a fish?
Now, Wiley, can you tell us how many fish you caught?
Did you catch 0?
If you're including moss bass, 50.
50. Okay. So, a little friendly father and son fishing challenge. What do we say when we don't catch any fish?
Good game.
No. That's
The same,
why they
Wiley.
call it.
Fishing, not catching.
That's why they call it fishing, not catching. So you'll have seen that on one of my other videos, but we've said that a lot as dad and 2 boys fishing together, because there's been plenty of times when nobody caught anything. So we always talk about the fact that it is fishing, not catching. So the point is to get outside, have a good time with friends and family, try to catch some fish when you can, but when you can't, it's okay. Got to get out and have a good time together anyhow. So it is getting cold out. There's wind, as you can see on the water. It's about 50 degrees out right now, and I think we're gonna go get in the car and get warmed up. So we'll see you next time.